Then the jam with the Pretty Ugly and
And
AKA
AKA, yeah.
dropped.
It dropped.
And when,
Wiles dropped, and then
yeah,
that dropped. He was also coming up as well. He'd never worked with any other artists like from a different country. So, and he says that in an interview, like I introduced him to like a broader, especially like Eastern Africa or even like the rest of Africa. I think he had an interview with, was it Ruby or just someone before, years back. And he was pretty happy about it. So after that, everything begins to get quiet. Focus is not there on any of my projects. And then it just feels like it's strategy after strategy that's being pushed on me while nothing is happening. And then I'm just like, okay, so what now? What now? Because it's not like you're telling me you're shelved. And then, that's what somebody can, like, let's say a label can say later on, like, we shelved them. Okay, fine. Did you inform them that you shelved them? Or you shelved the album? You can inform them. And
had you made music or it was just
I had 23 full tracks.
yeah.
Like it was a multi-album deal. So why were this albums, you know? And actually many Kenyans got it wrong because they saw multi-million. So Shana Naishi Maisha. So, but that was not the case. So that's really, first of all, there was a confusion with that because many people had this idea that I'm just living large while I was just introverted and just staying at home. And, people thought I was in South Africa. Yes, there were points I was there, but I was just at home, like, or recording. And it wasn't quite the life. It was just, a whole lot of, okay, now I wait. If you didn't like this song, why don't you tell me to redo? I wanted to redo some of the songs later on. After a year or two, you're just like, why don't you redo this song? It's just like, nah, we can't. We keep on spending this much. It's just like, if you, I don't even have to come to South Africa. We could spend that money on me recording here. And you could have your files and we could have like another album if it's another album that you do want. So it became really complicated to points where I would, beg. Well, now my mom was dying, it's just like begging them for shows. Like, please, my mom is dying. I'm not even asking for a handout. I'm just asking, can you work for me? And then of course now they're just like, yeah, just wait. And of course my mom died. And I feel it just had to do with healthcare. She didn't have the best healthcare. She would have lived. But best healthcare comes, money. And yeah, pretty much that was my journey. And then I had to, of course, leave the label. Like, time had run out, but we had to just discuss. We sat down with like lawyers, like, nah, this is not working. Just release her. Yeah.
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 Yeah, even like when I listened to the whole conversation, the way you talked about the prep track and how you walked in it, like your energy was, there was an excitement and like, and then there's this thing that's to other people is supposed to be the most exciting thing. And then I'm looking at the times we're living in where like albums are being phased out, but the energy you put on that one song like did something. It gave you, there's this Absol line where he says the gods punish us by answering our prayers. And then you get where you want to be and you're like, oh, I wish I had taken longer with the journey and done things like that. But do you feel in these times like that same formula can be applied? Like rather than stressing yourself to have a body of work, like actually just do things you love and create it and put it. Do you feel like that's where you're back to, or do you feel that's the thing you could give us as a
That's where
formula?
I am actually, and I usually say this, I'm glad I took time. I'm really glad I took time because I feel like I would have hated things. Like I would have loved and hated things that I did, and there would have been a lot of them out there, and it would have been from people pushing me to do things. By then you're just living kind of like, if you are, mass consumed, everyone else dictates like Tongoma Leo, Tongoma, Tongoma, Munuja Tongoma, and then you're listening to them, and then you release whatever, song, and it becomes it just really becomes a lot of things out there that maybe you don't even you won't even like, you won't even, because there are many songs of mine. I can tell you, I listen to a quarter of the songs that I have made in the past only. Yeah, so, and within actually that period is when I actually did the mixtape, the Let Me Explain mixtape, which till this day I love. I think that one I'm okay with. Maybe, what song would I not be okay with? Actually, I do love Let Me Explain, because I have, in fact, I'm performing some of the songs from like Let Me Explain, with a special.
Is that the one with your mom on the cover?
No.
What's that? What's that one?
That one was the 2015 one. The one with my mom on the cover is called Social Experiment.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But there was a lag time between you living and you getting back to create your music.
Yeah.
What was that like? Was just that you began to? Did you have resentment? Did you feel
No,
like
I just felt like I needed time.
you needed time?
Yeah, for me, time works. I work better. Sometimes I work better slow. Because I had songs. In fact, I was doing songs within that period, but I couldn't release them because of some things, some personal things. And then, yeah, then I got then also the confidence to just release them, because I'm one to feel like I want to be able to pay the producer. Like, I know people will give me free beats or whatever if I ask them, but I want to be able to pay people. I want to be able to, like, have mix, master, paid. Like, yeah, again, I understand and I know people would do things for free for me. And limiting myself to getting to a place where I can get money, to pay for this, that in itself it holds me back. It does. But I also, it's the guilt which I should, get out of my heart and just accept, and once you are able to, you can come back to them and, yeah, and repay or just something. Yeah,
Yeah.
so there's always that. There's always been that, and so social experiment. No, yeah, when it, social experiment, I recorded myself. Let me explain. Randall, Robert Randall. I'm trying to think of the name, which is much more familiar. He's the one who recorded me, and after that, he was recording Plan B. Like, he was Plan B's producer.
R.I.P. Right?
R.I.P. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And then he recorded Let Me Explain, and then I recorded myself for Social Experiment. I was at home and it's like, you know what? I have a laptop. Let me just try to see. And then I gave it out for mixing and mastering. Big shout out to MCGZ and Kevin Grands. Oh my gosh, they helped me a bunch, like, and also Fancy Fingers, when he did that song, he mastered it as well. What else? Who else? The song with Ben Soul, his producer. Come on now, I cannot. I've forgotten. I know him because that's my friend, and I can't remember the name. Yeah, he also did some mixing and mastering for the song that we did. But most of the songs that I recorded myself. Yes, I was very comfortable, like, recording that.
I used to think social experiment was like something you were trying to do. Like, it was more of a concept of like a life thing.
Yeah.
Was it that way and then you boiled it down to the music, or was it just,
It was
was
actually
just
it was
something
it was
about yourself?
Yeah, it was something about myself, because most of the songs there were just like covers. Like, I did covers in the songs, and for songs that I had done previously, and I did covers for songs that are there that people like, the Generico backup on my BS. But it was really an experiment for me, like, even from me recording myself, for me just putting it out there just like that, like just saying, you know what, and also daring myself to have everything done within a week. Yeah, which I did, like from my birthday to, I guess, no, was it? No, before, it was before my birthday. Or was it before? Okay, I don't know. But I was daring myself. Can I have something done within like a week? And I did have, it done. And then I think I had to postpone the release date because yeah, it was supposed to come out on my birthday or on the 20th, and then I think I just went into a huge depression. Like I just was sinking at that point, and I told people, yeah, I'm not feeling well. Like mentally, I'm not in a space to put it out. Like, and because I had all the projects and I would have, but I wouldn't have promoted it. So I was just like, just yeah, wait for a week or something, and then that's when then I released it like after a week. Yeah.